Cakep. Okay, this is the last game in the session. This is game number 6, The Darkest Files. Back then I actually played the demo like a really long time ago, perhaps like 1 or 2 years ago. This is actually, I don't know, but the developer is actually German, so I'm going to use German as audio. Kalau tidak salah bisa. Lagi ya. Bentar ya. Autoplay dialog. Ya beratnya. Sebentar ya. Setting. Window. Oke. In the meantime, while I'm setting the game, this is game number 6 in this session. This is the last game. This is The Darkest Files. I received the key to play this one from the developer themselves, or probably no. What's the correlation of the developer in this one? Pain Bucket Games, but I actually received the key from Rocky Ocean. Perhaps a PR from German? Anyway, back then I actually covered the demo of this game like probably a year ago, so this is a pretty good game back then. Hopefully it's going to be good. If I remember correctly, this is actually based on Germany, so I'm probably going to use German if it's actually possible. What else? That's all. If you guys interested, feel free to type !G or game in the chat room. Thank you. As this is the last game, I'm probably going to play until 8:15 or 8:20. Ya. Jadi aku nanti ending mungkin 8:20 atau 8:25 atau 8:30. Dah, enjoy the stream, enjoy the broadcast. Mari. Oh, there are only 3 parts. Okay. The mode is for players who want to experience the story of the game without great challenges. Investigator mode. The mode is for players who want to solve puzzles and prefer a more challenging experience. The events in our game are based on true crimes committed during the Nazi era, and we are investigated in the young Federal Republic of Germany. With the exception of Fritz Bauer, the names of all those involved have been changed. Any similarities with existing persons of the same name are purely coincidental.
Frankfurt, West Germany, 1956. 11 years after the end of World War II, many crimes of the Nazi era still go unpunished. The perpetrators of these crimes are walking free. Many judges, prosecutors, and police officers have already served under the Nazis. Now they have no interest in prosecuting their former comrades for actions similar to their own. For the victims of these crimes, this is unbearable. To end this, Attorney General Fritz Bauer establishes a special unit of young prosecutors with no ties to the old regime. I am Esther Katz. I am one of these prosecutors. We are investigating Nazi crimes and bringing perpetrators to justice. Not to avenge, not to heal, but to show that there are laws that apply to all. It doesn't make us popular. Most want to forget. Some want us to shut up. But they cannot stop us. Nothing belongs to the past. Everything is still present and can become the future again. First day, you've got this, Katz. No point in waiting. I'm not here for an appointment.
Do they have anything about head bob? Something? I guess no.
Hello? Anybody here? Not much of a welcome party. Really small for an intercom. Must be a new model.
Where should I go? Go inside.
No. No.
Good morning.
Oh, hello. Good morning. Sorry I didn't hear you enter. You must be Miss Katz, right?
Second, I'm going to increase the brightness from my screen.
Esther Katz, yes, that would be me. And you are?
Paula. Paula Fischer. Hello. I'm a legal assistant here for Mr. Bauer's team. Well, the legal assistant. We're a bit understaffed at the moment.
It's nice to meet you, Paula.
Oh, it's my pleasure, believe me. I've brought you this week's newspaper and a letter that arrived for you. Anyway, I should probably be going. I'll be at my desk if you need anything. You'll find me. Or through the intercom. We just had the whole system installed. It made my life so much easier.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
Mr. Bauer wants to talk with you once you've acclimatized. His words, not mine. He should be arriving soon for that matter, so should the rest of the team.
I see. Very well then. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on our team, Miss Katz.
All right then. First encounter, check. Time for me to settle in.
Settle in and unpack my belongings. Settle in? Unpack? What should I do with unpack? Should I unload everything? Or should I just sit down? Oh. Wow, how to read this thing? My dear daughter, my heartfelt congratulations on your promotion. Being a state attorney at the age of 70, that is no small feat. You achieved this on your own through diligence and brilliance of mind. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. Though it is a great honor to work for the Attorney General directly, Dr. Bauer is not always easy to work with, I hear. But people are saying a lot of good things about him too, so please do not let me spook you. I wish you all the best for your new position. May your father has never been prouder of his daughter. With love, your father. Your mother asks if you're coming home at the weekend. I think she's still getting used to the fact that her daughter is working a job, not tending a family.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
That will be all for now. Thank you, Paula.
Always happy to help.
My belongings.
Look at that. Written evidence of all those sleepless nights. Ended, but here I am. I finally made it. Pretty sure it was all worth it. The last holiday we spent together as a family. I'm so glad Dad made us do it. Franz was such a show-off that summer. Always trying to impress the girls. I wish you were here, big brother. A new job deserves a fresh journal, ready to be filled with notes and tasks.
Your notebook contains your current to-dos, overviews of characters, and more. Access it through the radial menu. Oh! To have quick access to all of your important tools, you can use the radial menu by holding. The radial menu gives you access to your notebook, documents, the pause menu, and the dialog lock. Oh! Ooh, fancy! Ooh, wow. Pause menu. Oh.
I'm not letting you down. I swear.
Who? Newspaper, Bauer's Witch Hunt.
Hello?
Mr. Bauer is ready for you. He says at your own time. With him, that means as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'd better get going then.
Good luck.
Meet Mr. Bauer. Should I close the door? Yes.
Miss
Hello?
Katz, welcome to the front line.
Good morning, Dr. Bauer.
Just Mister. We're working together. My name, as you already know, is Fritz Bauer, General Prosecutor. Much to the displeasure of the public, I insist on investigating the many crimes committed under the NSDAP. Most of them, of course, have long since gone cold. And nobody out there truly wishes for us, for you, to solve them. Or frankly, to even touch them. A rather thankless job, may I say. Are you up for it?
Yes? Should I say yes?
I am, and I'm well aware of this.
You see, I'm not entirely sure of that. But no matter. Miss Katz, I believe I have the perfect case for you to start with.
I'm listening.
Hans Naumann, an older gentleman, shot just before the end of the war.
What do we know about the case?
According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by uniformed men for no reason. He never came back. His body was found in a forest nearby after the war. Shot in the head.
Do we have any files? Any leads?
Yes, from the original investigation. Miss Naumann reported her husband's death to the police. A case was opened. The public prosecutor's office investigated members of the NSDAP local group. They're suspects. However, no charges were pressed. Based on the investigation, Hans Naumann was lawfully executed.
Didn't pay attention. According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by uniformed men for no reason. Hans Naumann, an older gentleman, shot just before the end of the war. According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by uniformed men for no reason. She never came back. His body was found in a forest nearby after the war, shot in the head. Mrs. Naumann reported her husband's death to the police. A case was opened. The public prosecutor's office investigated members of the NSDAP local group, their suspects. However, no charges were pressed. Based on the investigation, Hans Naumann was lawfully executed. Why?
Could that have been the case? Maybe the widow simply didn't know the reason for his arrest.
That is a possibility. The first thing that I'll need you to establish is why Hans Naumann was taken. Depending on the answer, we'll see if the case warrants a full investigation. I asked Mrs. Fisher to prepare a file. It should probably already be on your desk. I suggest you familiarize yourself with it and invite the widow to give a statement. Mrs. Fisher should be able to help you with that. It might also be wise to check the archives. You never know what is hidden in these old boxes. Maybe something about this official order mentioned in the discontinuation report. Ask Mr. Bournemouth for the keys. I believe he has a spare set. Good luck, Miss Katz.
Right.
Who is...
Get the keys, check the files, and invite the first witness.
Who
And
is
I need
Mr.
a
Wolf?
refresher on the Nazi hierarchy. Understanding the chain of command will be crucial. Paula did say to ask her if I needed anything.
Kitchen? Whose
The
room is
door
this?
is locked.
Oh. Restroom.
Not the cleanest of places. Does it just go all day long?
10 PF? What does this mean? Blood Zaytun? How to read this? Catholic Day leave tension with Moscow. How to read this thing? Wow, so old. Stilech, fashion of tomorrow. So who is Christoph Walmuth?
Oh, hello. Oh, please
Hello?
forgive the mess. I'm afraid I didn't have the time to clean up. Miss Katz, right?
Everybody seems to already know my name.
Sorry, news spread fast here. Paula reads through everything that passes her hands. So, well, everything. And the word gets around.
Esther Katz, nice to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. Christoph Olmuth. Christoph, preferably. I try to be on first name basis.
Beda kak, Christoph. Bukan Christoph. Beda orang kak.
Is that usual here?
Not from what I can tell.
Let's stick to the usual then, shall we?
We are a small team. I'd love to tell you that we are small and tight-knit, but, well, happy to have more people join the fight. Especially someone like you.
Someone like me?
And what do you mean by that?
Well, you're a woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Sorry. What I meant to say is, you're a woman and a prosecutor. That didn't sound better.
Uh-huh. No. What should I do? Should I say just a bit? Forget it? No.
Not really.
Right. Well,
Explain.
high time. That's it, in short. Right. Again, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm looking forward to working alongside with you.
So the key. I need the key.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Key to the
Mr. Bauer
archive?
said you have the keys to the archive?
I do. We all. Oh, despair. I tend to keep 2 sets, as I'm somewhat prone to displacing them. Just let me find it. And there it is. The master key. Be aware of its gifts.
Enggak, biasalah. Kalau misalnya pengen deket aja kan tadi dia bilang timnya kecil ya. Basically di sini cuma ada kayaknya 4 orang yang aku lihat ya sejauh ini ya. Ada bosku, Fritz Bauer, ada si Christoph, ada si Paula Fischer, ada aku, Katz apa aku lupa namanya tadi. Terus berempat, kan nggak banyak ya. Biar deket dan lebih akrab.
The master key?
It's from a story I used to read. Don't mind me. Good luck in the archives.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
Esther Katz. Where is the archive room though? Is this archive room?
The door is locked. The door is locked.
How do you open? Oh, you can enlarge in a document by clicking on it. You can also add label. Label? Oh my god. Police department. Alfred Faultman, Hermann Kibitz, Karl Schicker, Herbert Schwarz. The police investigation is thus considered closed and we hereby officially turn the case over to your prosecutor's office. Manfred Wagner. Wow. This looks Wagner though instead of actually Wagner. Police report. A dead body was reported to the police in a wooded area near Munich. The deceased was identified as Hans Neumann, 77. Autopsy revealed that he was killed by a 7.65mm Browning caliber gunshot to the forehead at close range. No other injuries were found. The victim's widow filed a criminal complaint against an unknown person on August 8. She had observed two men pick up her husband on April 28. He had been considered missing ever since. How long was that? 4 months? The 4 suspects identified in connection with the victim's disappearance were interrogated. All suspects testified that the victim was guilty of treason and was therefore lawfully executed. The evaluation of whether a crime has been committed is the responsibility of the authorized prosecutor's office. Oh, this is him. Okay. Munich. Block warden Mr. Moser saw a man climbing up the block's flagpole, attempting to tear down the Reich flag and replace it with a white flag. What does this mean? Dear Mrs. Norman, in the above-mentioned proceeding, we made the following decision. The proceeding shall be discontinued pursuant to 170 Section 2 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. The victim was a communist insurgent who carried out highly treasonable actions in a wartime situation. The execution order by the district leader was carried out according to the law enforced at the time of the crime, and the official order of the regional leader for Gau Munich, Upper Bavaria, Helmut Solberg. Who is this? Anyone at home or as a German abroad who abets the hostile power during a war against the Reich or causes disadvantage to the military power of the Reich or its allies will be sentenced to death or life imprisonment. I remember that my esteemed colleague Alfred Feldman, tasked with catching the criminal who came to my office. He told me that they got the traitor and gave his report from the arrest so I could issue the official document. I went, together with Mr. Feldman, out into the hallway. With crimes of this severity, I always give the same order, the order to execute. I then told my driver to come with me to my office. The others went to the prisoners to carry out my order as requested. Okay. So, how am I supposed to actually open this
The
thing?
door is locked.
Didn't I get the key? Oh, this is not an archive room. But I should read this first before actually. But I've read this thing. So, where is the archive room?
No signal. The line must be dead. Maybe I should talk to Paula about it.
Any room down here? Oh, I went to the wrong area.
The smell brings me back to all the nights at the library.
To find the archive case file you're looking for, you need to connect a name to an archive number. Archive number? A name? Those 4 names? Oh my god. Huh? Wow, this is truly an archive place, yeah? Huh? This looks kinda similar to the previous one. 2/12/1955? 1948 First Lady. 56, 43, 39.
Found them. These seem relevant to our case.
Why? How to combine the previous clue and this one? Or it's going to be later, yeah? This felt like actually in a library, like it feels like people doing some clipping of newspaper, article and such. Oh my god.
Paula, how often do I need to tell you that my plaque belongs on my door and not on the floor?
That voice. Oh no.
And how often do I need to remind you that I am not your handyman?
Just fix my door, Paula!
Ugh, no. No. There's no way it's Peter's. Just no. I need to check it. Please let it not be him.
Can we check it later? I want to see the title of the name of these people first before going up. Second, yeah. My pen and paper. Faultman. H. Kibitz. K. Schricker. H. Schwarz. Let's go back. None of this name is actually like related. Wagner Manfred. Who is this person? Baustian? Baustian. M. Wagner. Who else? Hans Naumann. M. Mittermoser, Block Warden. Herbert Schwarz? Have I read this thing? Yep. M. Mittermoser. M. Mittermoser. Ludmilla Naumann. Helmut Solbrick. H. Solbrick. Herbert Schwarz. Piaster. Who is Piaster? Sebentar ya, mau pipis. Second ya, gak ada pi. Terangnya. Mari, melanjutkan. (1956) 7 June. Should I come back? I don't know, yeah, but for me who never know that much about Germany and their history, like what's going on in their area, this actually looks so, I don't know, seems so authentic. It makes the game much more interesting.
Looks more like somebody's home than a prosecutor's office.
This
So,
better
who
be
is this
about my
person?
door, Paul. Tell me this is a joke.
Hello.
Peters.
Fold up. What are you doing here, Katz?
Funny. I was just about to ask you the same thing.
I work here, Katz. I'm Mr. Bauer's right-hand man. And I'm so sorry, but we don't really do marriage disputes for bored housewives here, you know?
As a matter of fact, I work here as well. And I must say, this job just got much less appealing.
Just my luck. So you're the new hire, Katz.
In the flesh.
You won't last a week.
Oh, so you did find your confidence in the end? Or is it still going to be like that time you scored 4th in class and threw a fit?
Classy, as always. You know what? I don't have time for this. Get out of my office, Katz. Try not to embarrass yourself.
Okay.
Katz.
Peters. I have some questions about work.
So?
One more question. Thank you. That's all.
I didn't ask anything in the end.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I need some additional files.
Something specific?
I need more details regarding NS organizations. Chains of commands, ranks, and badges. Anything you can get your hands on.
Of course, I'll get right to it. Anything else?
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Ludmilla Naumann, the victim's widow. I want to hear her version of what happened.
Of course. I'm on top of it. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Okay. Considering this is one day, perhaps, so I'm just going to go home then. Perhaps I'm going to play one more day, then I'm going to end my stream. I don't know how long one case could be. It could be 90 minutes or 120.
Miss Katz, if you'd have a moment.
Yes,
Yes,
Paula?
Paula?
I found some documents you asked for. They're waiting in your inbox. Oh, and there was a call for you. Asked for you to call back. I wrote down the number, left it with the files.
I have an inbox?
We all do, apart from Mr. Peters. He demands everything be handed to him personally, as if we weren't already understaffed. I set yours on your desk. It's where I'll be leaving any letters or files for you. And a daily agenda, if that's needed.
Who called me?
I'm afraid he didn't give a name. An older man, I'd say. Sounded very proper, even if he did ignore my questions. Oh, he referred to you just by name, Esther.
Thank you, Paula.
Sudah 1 hari aku di game, Kak. Abis ini mau ganti ini hari
Time to
kedua.
get started.
Rencananya abis ini aku end.
With so many smokers here, I doubt this office will ever be free of the cigarette smell. They are supposed to be good for you, though. That's what my doctor said.
Wow, smoking? Agak ragu apakah mau lanjut sehari lagi atau tidak. Rasa-rasanya cukup 2 hari. I wrote down a number that you should call back when you have time. Mrs. Norman will be arriving soon. Please update Mr. Maurer after the interrogation. Wow.
I still can't believe Peters is working here. Peters. I wonder if anybody can tell me how this happened. Who do I want to call? Never mind. Paula?
Mrs. Naumann just arrived. I showed her to the conference room.
Thank you. I'll be right there. You must be Mrs. Naumann. Thank you for coming. My name is Esther Katz. I am one of the prosecutors in Attorney General Bauer's team.
Good morning, Miss Katz. I am very grateful that you found the time. The last prosecutor who looked into my husband's death didn't even speak to me. He dismissed the case, claiming my husband was rightfully executed as a traitor.
Did your husband do anything for which he could be accused of treason?
Of course not. The men that took him weren't even looking for him.
I see. I know it's not easy, but please take me through the day your husband was taken.
Ooh.
It was in April 45, only days before the Americans came.
Where were you that day?
Home. We lived in a small house. Hans was upstairs when the doorbell rang, before someone hammered against the door.
When you opened the door, who was it?
There were 2 men. One of them was pointing a gun at me.
Do you remember what time of the day it was?
We just had lunch, so it must have been close to 1 p.m.
Did you and your husband live alone?
No, there was also our son Jan. He insisted on staying with us to help around the house, at least until the end of the war. But he wasn't in. He went out in the morning before we woke up.
Do you remember what they looked like?
Both wore uniforms. Brown ones, if I'm not mistaken.
What is... What is Wehrmacht? Don't know. What is Wehrmacht? Don't know how to read that correctly. What is Wehrmacht? Tantaro, itu apa lagi? What is Wehrmacht? Oh, tentara. Begitukah? They use brown one, so it's going to be this one then.
Did they belong to the Wehrmacht?
No.
Wehrmacht.
Not Wehrmacht, and not police either. Maybe some kind of party officials or something. One of them was small, thin. He wore glasses, I remember that. The second man was bigger. He was the one pointing the gun at me. He seemed to be in charge.
What made you think that?
He had 2 golden stripes on his uniform, and he was bossing the small one around. He yelled and waved his gun around to scare me.
Let me stop you for a second. These stripes on his uniform...
It's brown, and there is a red stripes on the uniform. Red stripe? What do you mean by red stripe on the uniform?
Could one of these be the badge you saw?
Let me see. No, I don't see it. They demanded to speak to Mr. Naumann. The gun was still there and... I was just so afraid I couldn't even move. Hans came down and asked them what they wanted. They demanded to know if there was anyone with us. When we said no, the smaller guy looked in the other rooms. He found no one. It was only Hans and I. Then the big one told Hans that he had to come with them for questioning.
The game stuck. What to do? Two golden stripes on his uniform. Oh, my bad. Two golden stripe? What is golden stripe? Oh, this one.
Did they say why they were questioning him?
No, they did not. They ignored Hans when he asked for their reason. Then everything happened so fast. The small one said they'd let him go if our son would turn himself in. Then they just herded him out, like an animal.
Oh, I can move around. Can I go up?
Did you see something outside?
It has been a while, I'm not exactly sure. There was a car, I think.
A car?
Yes, one
Oh.
of those big, terrible trucks that they used.
I remember them. They were just everywhere.
Dia konsepnya ini kita tuh di Jerman. Gear kita lagi di era dimana banyak orang-orang yang melakukan kejahatan perang. Begitu ya mungkin bahasa Indonesianya di masa itu, tapi tidak diberikan tidak diadili secara hukum gitu loh, dan dibebaskan secara biasa saja. Dan sekarang kita sedang berusaha untuk menyelesaikan itu tentang Nazi. Ada hubungan sama Nazi sama Jermannya. Emang kesana arahnya Kak Ye. Jadi gara-gara yang tadi kita sedang berusaha untuk bisa mencarikan kejelasan hukum bagi para korban yang ditinggalkan oleh orang-orang yang diberikan tadi. Ini kayak tes ujian pertama ya basically di kantor baru ini. Kita basically sekarang sedang berusaha untuk mencari penjelasan kenapa ya suami saya dibunuh oleh ibu ini. Kan rekan bapak wanita perang. Beda. Kan sekarang kasusnya ialah tentang ini ya. Ada seseorang namanya Hans Naumann yang tadi dibawa itu, umurnya 77. Dia nih dibawa paksa oleh beberapa orang, 4 orang. 2 tadi yang kelihatan kan ya oleh ibunya, oleh istrinya. Dibawa pada April, kemudian hilang dan gak kembali pulang sampai di Agustus. Sekarang sedang berusaha untuk mencari tahu siapa ya kira-kira penjahatnya gitu. Begitu. Tapi aku rencananya main
This was
2
the
hari.
last time I saw him alive.
Itu 3 hari ya.
Me and my son never got the chance to say goodbye.
What was that man's comment about your son?
Jan. He was living with us at that time, but he didn't show up that night or the following. He got into some trouble. Bad trouble.
Do you think the men were looking for your son?
I believe so, yes. At least that's what they said. But the previous...
Wait a second. I think it was mentioned somewhere.
Mostly like back to WW2. Iya, kalau dari jamnya memang di sana karena memang di era-era 94 90-an 40-an ke atas kalau tidak salah. Memang di tahun-tahun segitu karena emang kasus yang kita cari emang di situ. Kita tuh kayak tim. Di sini coba aku jelaskan lebih lanjut ya. Tapi emang di situ. Nah, sini jadi baik atau jahat di game ini? Hah? Masuk kemana itu jawabannya kalau ditanya begitu ya? Gak tahu ya. Enggak, aku nggak hook ya. Tadi aku udah selesai 1 hari. Ini hari kedua. Nggak tahu apakah mau lanjut 1 hari lagi sampai 3 hari atau tidak. Sabar ya.
Please, take a look.
Oh God. Here it is. He recognized him as Jan Naumann. I can't believe there was proof all along. And the former prosecutor just dismissed it. How could he?
I wish I knew. I am really sorry. Please, continue. What happened upon your son's return?
When Jan finally came back, it was already too late. We asked the authorities about Hans, but they pretended not to know anything. After war, my husband was found dead in a forest nearby. Shot. I believe he died the same day they took him.
I would really like to talk to your son about it.
You and I both, dear. But I am afraid that's not possible. Jan died only a few months after his father. Pneumonia.
Oh.
Hans was innocent. They killed him, and that's murder. No matter what they call it.
I hear you, Mrs. Naumann.
Please, Miss Katz, will you find the man?
I will do my very best.
Thank you.
We will let you know if we have enough for an indictment. Please, Paula will help you to the door. Goodbye. I should update Mr. Bauer.
Iya, kalau Nazinya aku nggak tahu jawabannya apa, tapi basically ya, bisa tidak aku lihat ya, notebook, ada nih notebook. Aku kerja di kantor hukum lah ya, basically. Tujuannya yang tadi mau menyelesaikan kasus-kasus dan memberikan kejelasan hukum bagi mereka yang kena korban kejahatan perang gitulah, orang-orang yang kena kayak kesalahan perang tapi tidak diberikan hukuman apa-apa bagi para pelaku. Kayak barusan itu kan ada kasus di mana Hans Naumann ini dibunuh, tapi sebenarnya mungkin yang dicari orang-orang tersebut ialah anakku yang ternyata nggak ketemu, malah aku yang dibawa dan kemudian aku dibunuh, gitu kasusnya ceritanya ya. Di tim hukum ini ada 5 orang basically, 6 sama aku ya kan, Paula Fisher yang resepsionis di depan, ini siapa ya, George Katz, aku tidak tahu siapa, Papa kayaknya. Siapa ini ya? Aku tidak tahu ya, jangan-jangan bapakku. Terus ada Frida Katz nih mama. Terus ada Fritz Bauer yang bos yang tempatku kerja sekarang. Ada Christoph Wolmuth, rekan kerja. Simon Peter, rekan kerja juga. Habis, jadi cuma 1, 2, 3, 4 orang. 5 sama aku setim gitu. Salah tangkap. Basically begitu. Dari tadi sih yang dijelaskan seperti itu ya. Memang di masa 40-an begitu. Jadi emang hubungannya sama Nazi DKK. Seharusnya ya, dari tanggal dan segala macam. Jadi emang di situ vibe-nya ya. Nggak tahu ada hubungan dengan Nazi atau tidak ya. Cuma ini emang sebelum perang itu kalau tidak salah. Bisa baca tidak ya? Tanggalnya berapa? Januari 47, setelah WW2. Salah saya. Itulah ya.
Can I ask you something delicate?
Of course. What's this about?
Peters.
Oh, what did he do this time?
And that already answers some of my questions. He didn't do anything yet. I just found it strange to see him here. When did he start working for Mr. Bauer?
He was here from the very beginning. One of the first hires. Or even the first hire, according to Christoph. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Mr. Wolmuth. Apparently, Peters volunteered as soon as Bauer was appointed district prosecutor. Before there was even any talk of forming a team. I know, I don't believe that either.
What's it like working with...
Terrible. Just... let me tell you, that man has no respect for me and my work. Or anybody else's work for that matter. Maybe, except for Mr. Bowers. But he seems simply convinced I'm just here to be his personal maid, secretary, cook. My coffee, Paula. Where are my files, Paula? What about the witness I asked 2 minutes ago, Paula? And then that damn plaque of his. Don't even get me started.
Is the falling plaque a popular topic?
It won't stay on the wall. I've tried everything. And for some reason, every time it's still supposed to be my fault, my problem. That thing is either cursed or he knocks it down himself just to have something to complain about.
How is this work? Is it any good?
Unfortunately, yes. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying that. I don't even think that, really. We're lucky to have him. He's dedicated, diligent, and very good at his job. Mr. Bauer is more than happy with his results. I just wish his attitude matched his aptitude. Or that he'd clean up his notes once he's done with a file.
Thank you, Paula. I think that's all.
Wait, not so fast. Why are you so interested in Peters?
It's not something I want to go into right now.
Oh no!
Oh, of course. I'm sorry for prying. And well, I don't know. Mr. Bauer does trust him for some reason, so that has to count for something, right?
I sure hope so. Thank you, Paula.
Sudah mulai gerah. Kayaknya aku sampai sini aja mainnya.
Civil Codes, Bereichsgesetz, Seneca, and some Franke and Neumann. Quite a collection. Wait, is that a Sachenspiegel? I think Dad had a copy of this edition.
Oh, there's a cat.
Well, hello. And who would you be?
That's
Marlene.
My son turned out to be allergic, so Mr. Bauer agreed to have her stay here for now.
Looking forward to working with you, Marlene.
Marlena. Okay. Give Mr. Bauer an update about my findings from the interrogation. Review the transcript from 2 days investigation. Sudah mulai gerah. Mungkin udah baiknya saya mengakhiri stream saya setelah ini.
Who do I want to call?
Hello?
Father? I didn't expect you'd call me here.
Oh, Esther, my dear, so good to hear you. Did you settle in all right?
Somehow, I doubt you just called to check up on me.
There's my smart girl. Do you remember our little talk? It must have been last month.
I don't recall.
Then you should pay better attention. It pays off in our line of work. It is about the job at Bergmann, Kranich and Partners. Family law. Very respectable.
I'm afraid I'm not looking for another job right now.
Unfortunately, I know. It's why I have to do it. Esther, let me be very frank with you. I'm proud of you. I really am. A prosecutor at your age? With the view on women on our line of work being what it is? I'd have to be a fool not to. But your mother and I, we are worried. Do you have any idea what they say about power?
Dad, I don't care about his private life, and I don't listen to rumors.
If that was his only flaw, Esther, the man's fanatic. You must see that. Listen to your father. Leave. Nothing good will come from this.
I'll think about it, Dad.
Please do. I just want what's best for you, Essie.
I know, Dad.
I'm proud of you. I know I already said that, but I really am. Like you can't imagine.
Dari buku catatan kayaknya ada hubungannya nanti, Gear. Kayaknya ya. Between the law firm and his party membership, he simply works and worries too much. Nothing new there. But he's getting older. Not that he'd admit, of course. Emakku juga nggak yakin. Wis, sudah mulai ribut.
Hello, Miss Katz. Any news regarding the Naumann case?
And quite surprising ones. As it turns out, he wasn't even supposed to be arrested. The men were looking for his son, Jan Naumann. When they couldn't find Jan, they took Hans instead, the father.
I assume that's what Miss Naumann told you. But are you sure she is telling the truth?
According to the files, the man they were looking for had climbed up a flagpole, torn down a flag, and beaten up a block warden when he was caught in the act. Hans Naumann was 77 years old at the time. Of course, there are older men who are in good shape, but...
Pulling down a flag and beating someone up seems unlikely. I understand.
Yes.
I see, but why did the man take him, if they knew he was innocent?
According to Mrs. Naumann, they took him as a hostage. They were hoping his son, Jan, would surrender once he learned that they had his father.
Highly illegal, even back then. Not uncommon, though. But why did they shoot the old man?
His son didn't turn himself in as they demanded. They could have seen that as enough reason to kill their hostage.
Perhaps, but they hardly gave him enough time. Nonetheless, it is a case for us. For you, specifically. I will officially reopen the investigations tomorrow. You need to find out who was at the crime scene when Hans Naumann was shot. We need witnesses.
I'd start with the names mentioned in the files of the first investigation.
Excellent. Let's get this case to court, Miss Cutts. And be mindful of time. We do not have nearly enough of it here. Since you have never led a case before, I want you to be prepared. Mr. Peters has agreed to look over your shoulder and help you out. Present your findings, prove your claims. Please reach out to him.
I'll do what I can.
It's getting noisier in the outside. People is currently
I'll need
working.
Paula to get me more information on the suspects. And I suppose I should share the good news with Peters. Just great.
People are starting to work in the outside, so I guess I'm going to save on progress here. I'm going to end my stream because it's getting to be noisy and I couldn't focus if it's getting noisy and noisier. So that's all, I guess, for this session. Di luar udah mulai ribut orang kerja, jadi kayaknya aku nggak bakal bisa fokus juga. Jadi mending kayaknya aku simpan di sini aja ya.